Have you ever noticed how a simple knock at the door can stir up tension rather than excitement? It's not that you dislike people. It's not that you want to isolate yourself. And yet when someone announces their arrival, something inside you recoils. Your heart doesn't leap with joy, it braces. Why is that? Many people carry this silent discomfort without ever naming it. They enjoy friendships, they like conversation. But when it comes to opening their home, something feels different. The home isn't just four walls. It becomes an inner sanctuary, and the presence of others, even kind, familiar faces, can disturb that fragile balance. Carl Jung believed this reaction wasn't a flaw but a signal, a clue revealing how your psyche is structured. Today we'll explore what lies behind this discomfort, and why it may actually point to growth. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the Mental Dose channel and join our Telegram community for early access to insights on personal and spiritual growth. Now let's begin. Across cultures and centuries, thinkers have wrestled with the tension between community and solitude. Ancient philosophers like Seneca, and later Henry David Thoreau, described solitude as the ground for clarity and renewal. Jung continued this tradition, showing that the impulse to withdraw is not weakness, it's the psyche's way of restoring balance. In Psychological Types, 1921, Jung introduced introversion and extroversion. For him, these weren't shallow labels about being shy or outgoing, but descriptions of where psychic energy flows. Extroverts draw vitality from activity and engagement, while introverts replenish their strength in silence and solitude. So if visitors leave you drained, it may not be about who they are, but about how your energy works. The presence of another person pulls you outward, listening, responding, adjusting, for an introverted psyche. That outward pull depletes inner reserves that can only be restored in quiet. Your home then becomes a sacred space where energy reorganizes. When that space is entered, the flow is disrupted. This is not rudeness, it is self-protection. Jung also wrote about the persona, the social mask we wear to function in the world. In The Archetypes and the Collective Unconscious, 1959, he explained that while the persona is necessary, it is also limiting. When a visitor arrives, you're suddenly asked to put that mask back on, tidying your words, managing expressions, adjusting your atmosphere. But the home is meant to be where the mask comes off. That clash between performing and resting is why visitors can feel exhausting. And then comes the shadow. In IN 1951, Jung described the shadow as the hidden side of the personality. Encounters with others often awaken what we'd rather keep buried. A guest's casual remark can spark irritation, not because of them but because of what their presence activates in you. Jung warned, what you do not bring into consciousness will appear in your life as fate. So, each visit is not only a social interaction, but also a crossing of boundaries. Both outer and inner. Houses, Jung noted, often symbolize the self in dreams. Rooms mirror different layers of the psyche. The attic is thought, the basement as the unconscious, the front door as the threshold between self and world. Protecting your home is, in this sense, protecting your soul. This is why the archetype of the hermit is so powerful. The hermit, lantern in hand, embodies the wisdom that can only arise in solitude. For Jung, individuation, the process of becoming your true self, requires both engagement with the world and periods of retreat. Solitude is not rejection, but preparation. It is the ground where the psyche heals, integrates, and gathers strength. In Memories, Dreams, Reflections, 1961, Jung confessed, "Solitude is for me a fountain of healing which makes my life worth living." So when you feel uneasy about visitors, remember, this is not coldness. It is your psyche protecting the conditions for growth. Your boundaries are not rejection. They are acts of care for your inner life. Your need for solitude is not selfish, it is sacred. Now I'd love to hear from you. Do you also feel uneasy when someone steps into your personal space?